Today I'm going to talk to you about how to log your reading. Last year for summer reading, we logged with Pages. This new reading program, the Roundup Reading Challenge, we are logging by minutes. Other programs do it just by books, but no matter which way you're doing it, it all basically follows the same process, and I'm going to walk you through that. There's my Beanstack app. I'm going to select it, and you can see in the top right corner the ER in the circle. I'm going to select that, and you can see that this is Elephant's account. It's his initial. You can switch readers to Duckling or Piggy and see where they are in the program. All your kids may be reading together. They may be reading at their own pace, and you can see where they are in the program. It's time to log our first book. So I'm going to select this plus in the middle of that bottom row. And it's going to give me three options: activities, reading, or review to log. We're going to select reading. And I'm going to select all three of my kids. We're doing reading together right now. I'm going to choose the readers, and I highly suggest out of all these options just to stick to scan ISBN. You just scan the book, and as you can see, all the information in the book is already put in. Number of pages, the title, the author. Sometimes some picture books are unpaged, and it'll be blank in that last page of title. Just put in 32. You do not have to count pages. Most picture books are 32 pages, and if for some reason it's a little bit more or a little bit less, it'll average out. So just put in 32 and select save. So here are the three options that we have to log our reading. You can start reading session, log past reading, or quick log as complete. Do not use the quick log as complete. It doesn't work for pages and minutes. It only works for books. And so far, we've never had a program where we just log books. So don't use it. It doesn't give you credit for anything that you read. The other two options, start reading session or log past reading, those are great. If you like having a timer and having your child sit next to the phone and have them read for 30 minutes, you want to do the start reading session. If you're not really into that and you just kind of want to log the books that you read, you're going to select log past reading, and I'm going to show you how both of those work. So we're going to start with start reading session. And remember, I scanned the good egg. We're reading it. You can, if like say your child is reading and you receive a phone call, you can go off the screen. You can make a phone call. You can do other things, search the internet, and it still runs in the background. And then say it's been 5 minutes, they finished this picture book. You're going to select done. This is the weird part of the program, especially if you're doing it by pages. For some reason, the first page you read, and if you select next, the last page you read is the same. Sometimes you don't even notice that you've hit next. The screen doesn't change enough for you to really notice. You have to pay attention. When we did the program by pages, a lot of people just hit next, 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 and they didn't get credit for their reading because they started on page 1, they ended on page 1. They really didn't do their reading. It's a weird thing. I don't know why. It just doesn't leave it blank or just put in the last page, but that's what it does. So I'm going back to the first page read, and it's 1. And then we read this whole book. So I don't know why it says 41 either. It bothers me, so I'm going to switch it. But if you leave it, we're not going to get mad about it, I promise. So I'm going to select next. We finish the book and finish. And yay, we did the reading. It should change our time from 160 to 165, but this is just a tutorial. We didn't wait the full time. But say, you know what, we aren't really wanting to do the timer. That's not really working for us, and we want to log a new book. We decide we're going to read this book. It's called Lily the Thief, and I'm going to select that center button again and select reading. It's going to be for all my readers. I'm going to choose it, and I'm going to scan the book again. Again, not the library, but so if you try scanning that, it doesn't work. You are going to scan the ISBN. Okay, here it shows all the information, the first page of title, the last page of title. I'm going to save it. And this is a book, it's a chapter book. We're not going to finish it in one sitting, and that's okay. I don't really like the timer, so I decide I don't want to fool with it. I'm going to log past reading. And today is March 31st. And then we read for 30 minutes. And the first page read was 1. The last page read is not 1. It is, we read 40 pages. And select next. Did I finish the book? No, I didn't. And I'm going to select finish. And there it is. Later tonight, and I want to read more of the book. I'm going to go into that log in the very bottom next to home. And I'm going to select the book, Lily the Thief. That's the book we're currently reading. And I'm going to select log reading right there under the title. It's for all my children again. And I'm going to log past reading. Let's just say we read later tonight. We read in the morning. We are reading again. And we read for 20 minutes this time. Next, the first page we read where we left off on page 40. Now it's saying the first page we're reading is 41. And the last page, well, it's not 41. The last page was 57. I'm going to select OK. Next, did I finish the book? No. I'm going to select that I finished this reading session, and now it's showing that I read 13% of this book. And you just go to log a book that you're still reading. You don't have to scan it again. It's in your history. And if you select the book, you can see the overview of how you read it, how many minutes you've read, how many pages you've read, and just like how many reading sessions you had. So there's some really good information in there by scanning the book and logging your reading. So those are the 2 ways that I suggest you do your logging. Pay attention to, don't ever select quick log as complete, I think something like that. And then always pay attention to what your first page and your last page is, because no matter what, it's always going to be the same, and you're going to have to change one or the other. That's all I have for you today about logging your reading. If you have any questions, if you want to see different tutorials, just let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the program, and just enjoy your reading. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.